Thank you very much. Let's start my presentation. Welcome to this webinar. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Empowering Every Learner, CLIL and AI Tools for Inclusive Education. I start by introducing myself. I am Romina Marchesani. I'm an Italian vocational teacher and trainer, and also an Erasmus Plus and an eTwinning and Scientix ambassador for Italy. I at the moment teach in a technical school in Ortona. That is a charming town on the Adriatic coast, and it is right opposite to Rome. It's very nice, and we have this big school that is a technical school with more than 1,000 students. At the moment, I'm working in a vocational school where we have 3 different courses. The first one is for opticians, the second one is for mechanics and technical assistants, and the third course is for fashion desire. I'm really excited to share practical strategies today with you that combine CLIL and artificial intelligence to create inclusive learning environments in vocational education. Our goal today is to see how these approaches can help engage and support diverse learners effectively. So, but why are we focusing on inclusion in vocational education? Vocational classrooms today are incredibly diverse. Many students come from migratory backgrounds, some have learning difficulties, and many of them face socio-economics challenges. And this diversity could be a strength, obviously, but it can also make teaching more complex. And so our challenge is to keep every learner motivated and supported. So CLIL, combined with AI and digital tools, provides a powerful solution. It makes learning more accessible, more engaging, and also more relevant for all students, regardless of their backgrounds or needs. Let's move. So, let me briefly explain CLIL for those new to it. CLIL, it's an acronym, and it stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning, an approach that teaches both subject, content, and a foreign language simultaneously. For example, teaching health and safety concepts, for example, in my school, while also practicing English, vocabulary, and communication. It could be a great strategy. This approach promotes language acquisition and in interdisciplinary thinking and real-world communication skills. It is particularly effective for students learning a second language because it gives them meaningful context to practice and internalize the language beyond just memorizing a word. Let me tell you what CLIL stands for. We already said that, but let me go deeper inside. CLIL, Content and Language Integrated Learning, as developed by Ducoil, is based on 4 interconnected pillars known as the 4 Cs: content, subject matters, and curriculum knowledge; communication, that is very important, using language to learn and learning to use language. Then we have cognition, developing thinking skills from basic, lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. And finally, we have culture, promoting intercultural awareness and global citizenship. This framework also helps teachers design lessons that go beyond language learning, fostering meaningful, engaging, and uh, more important, inclusive education. This is just a visual to explain what is CLIL and the forces. But let's move a bit. And one of the greatest strengths of CLIL, content and language integrated learning, is how it supports students' thinking skills. In a CLIL classroom, don't just learn facts, we learn how to think better. We often talk about two types of thinking skills, lower order thinking skills that are the starting point. Let's move a bit. That are the starting point. They involve remembering important facts, understanding key ideas, and applying what you've learned to basic tasks. These are essential for building a strong learning foundation. Then we move to high order thinking skills. Uh, they take things to the next level. Students learn to analyze information, evaluate it critically, and even create something original. These skills encourage deeper understanding, creativity, and independence. Thanks to the artificial intelligence, it's now easier than ever to support both lots and HOTS, lower order thinking skills and higher order thinking skills in a dynamic way. For example, AI tools can help students review and remember facts from lots through quizzes, flashcards, and language games. They can also understand and apply content through guided tasks, virtual simulation, or personalized feedback. When a student uses AI tools to generate ideas, analyze text, or create digital projects, is moving into HOTS using critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. Artificial intelligence makes it possible to personalize learning so each student can move from lots to HOTS at their own pace. In this way, CLIL and artificial intelligence together promote inclusive, engaging, and future ready education. In short, CLIL doesn't just teach content and language, it empowers students to think, explore, and create with the help of the latest technologies, starting from lots, arriving to HOTS. Artificial intelligence is transforming education, not just by making things faster or more efficient, but by helping every student feel included, supported, and empowered to learn in their own way. And one of the most powerful ways artificial intelligence supports inclusion is through multimodal learning. With artificial intelligence, we can easily combine text, images, audio, and also video to watching, listening, or doing. That's a way for them to engage with content that fits their style. Another key advantage of artificial intelligence and digital tools is content adaptation. Artificial intelligence can help translate difficult text or simplify complex materials, making lesson more accessible to students with different languages, levels, or learning needs. It's like having a digital assistant that adjusts the learning journey for each student. And finally, artificial intelligence allows for true personalization. Teacher can use artificial intelligence to generate exercises and materials that are tailored to individual students, focusing on what they need to practice most at the right level and pace. In short, artificial intelligence doesn't replace the teacher, it supports inclusive teaching by making learning more flexible, more accessible, and more engaging for everyone. So now let me introduce you to Hamed. This is a student example. 16 years old recent migrant. He struggles with written Italian, but excels with hands-on tasks. To support Ahmed, we used Canva to create visual vocabulary, posters on workplace safety, for example, combining images with keywords. We used Magic School AI help to simplify his text and to provide translation, making the material easier to grasp. Ahmed also documents his progress with voice notes and images in a Wakelet platform or Wakelet portfolio, which boosts his confidence and shows his learning journey. This tailored approach helps him stay engaged and more of all successful. Then we have another student. Her name is Julia. Julia is a 16 student, and he has dyslexia and low confidence, unfortunately. We supported her with CurryPod, which creates interactive CLIL lessons enriched with visual and audio support, perfect for a learning style. We also use Napkin AI, a visual brainstorming tool to help her organize vocabulary and ideas in a collaborative way. And artificial intelligence helped us produce simplified summaries to make content accessible without losing key information. With these supports, Julia became more confident and actively participated in our lessons. So this is digital tools in action. Here's a quick overview of the digital tools we used in our inclusive class, CLIL classrooms. First of all, we have Wakelet that helps students create multimedia portfolios and gather resources in multiple languages. Then we have Napkin, that is a visual thinking tool that assists with brainstorming and organizing ideas through images, diagrams, visuals, and maps. CurryPod allows teachers to create interactive CLIL lessons and not only CLIL lessons with artificial intelligence generated prompts. It uses quizzes, polls, and visuals. Then we have Canva that enables students to design posters, infographics, and presentation, fostering creativity and language learning. Last but not least, we have Edpuzzle. That is a tool that allows educators to transform any video into an interactive learning experience by embedding questions, audio notes, voiceover, and also comments. It's essentially an online platform for creating and assigning engaging video lessons to students. And this is a visual of our magic tools. And here we have an example. Let's look at a concrete example, a clear lesson on health and safety at the workplace that is very usual in my school. Language objective is students learn key safety vocabulary in English. Content objective is that students identify workplace hazards. And we start with CurryPod, which introduces the topic interactively with visuals and quizzes. Then with Magic School AI, we simplify the safety regulation text for different proficiency levels. And students create safety posters with Canva using translated keyboards as needed. And finally, they reflect on their learning by adding voice and text notes to Wakelet journals and Edpuzzle. These blend of CLIL and artificial intelligence tools supports language, supports content, and supports digital skills inclusively. Now, I want to talk about my interaction with eTwinning. As I said before, I'm an eTwinner, and I'm also an eTwinning and Erasmus Plus ambassador, and also an eTwinning project manager. And I usually use CLIL and eTwinning together in my classroom. CLIL and eTwinning projects, in my experience teaching in a vocational school, integrated CLIL content and language integrated learning with eTwinning projects has been a powerful way to motivate students and connect their professional training with real world communication and international collaboration. But what is eTwinning? eTwinning is a community for schools, an online space for teachers and school staff to collaborate and develop national and international projects. eTwinning provides a safe platform for teachers and pupils to work together with schools across Europe and not only Europe, discuss in online groups, follow peer learning and professional development activities, and join featured groups. CLIL absolutely allows my students to learn technical and vocational subjects such as tourism, economics, or technology through English, making language learning meaningful and relevant to their future careers. It bridges the gap between theory and practice, empowering students to use English not just as a school subject, but as a tool for workplace communication and lifelong learning. eTwinning projects have added an invaluable dimension to this approach. Through cross-border collaboration, my students engage with peers from other countries, work on shared tasks, and develop digital, intercultural, and language skills. These projects give purpose to the learning, creating videos, presentations, logo competitions, posters, or joint surveys on vocational topics. Uh, it makes them feel part of something bigger and more dynamic than the classroom alone. So combining CLIL and eTwinning in a vocational education doesn't just enhance language proficiency, it fosters creativity, autonomy, teamwork, that is important, and the confidence to communicate professionally in an international context. It turns the classroom into a launchpad for future careers in a global world. So, to wrap up, inclusion is not just an extra task, it's a mindset that shapes how we teach and design learning experiences. Combining CLIL with AI tools allows us to personalize learning and support every student effectively. I encourage you to explore these tools and share your experience with your colleagues. And as we are coming to the end of this webinar, I'd like to leave you with an invitation, not just to stay connected, but to become part of a vibrant and inspiring community. Join the multilingualism group on ASEP, European School Education Platform. If you believe in the power of languages to build bridges, foster inclusion, and open minds, this is the place for you. In our group, you will find passionate teachers from across Europe, creative ideas practical resources and inspiring projects, and a safe space for collaboration, exchange, and growth. So collaboration, teachers from all over Europe ready to collaborate, inspiration, innovative teaching materials and daily inspiration, and also best practices, events. We usually organize events, webinars, and best practice sharing in our group. So you can find all these things. How can you join? It's very easy. This is the logo of the group. Logging into the educational European School Educational Platform, go to the group section, search for multilingualism, and click join to enter the group. Please feel free to connect with me on the ESE platform by mail or through the eTwinning group. I'll share a Wakelet collection with all the tools and lessons idea we discussed today and many others. Thank you so much for your attention, and let's the conversation going. Let's promote multilingualism together because every language is a doorway to understand. So thank you very much. Thank you for your attention.